Hey guys, my Viking 82 here, back to show some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Hope everybody had a great Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate. Spent time with your loved ones and got a lot of really cool stuff. I know I did. One of which is this awesome Iron Maiden shirt. Artwork inspired, of course, by the brand new album. And I already had to cut the sleeves off because, as soon as I saw the brand of the shirt, I was like, you know what? I've dealt with this brand before and they usually fit awkward even in my size. And sure enough, it did. So the sleeves had to go, but now I got another shirt for when warmer weather finally gets here as well. And yeah, this video I'm going to be showing off a Black Friday order that I made from Roxx Records, based out of California. Awesome label. I've ordered from there quite a few times and picked up some really cool stuff, and they had a really good sale going on. And during this sale, if you were, each order, no matter at what time you order, as long as you order within the day of the sale, you got a digital copy of the winter sampler, or holiday sampler as they call it. And I love getting samplers because it gives me a chance to check out a lot of stuff that I might not have heard before. But if you got within the first 90 orders, which I was lucky enough to do, I wasn't sure I was going to, just because of when I got to order, which was early afternoon. You actually got a CD copy of the sampler, and of course it has Roxx Records releases, as well as ones put out by No Life Till Metal, which of course is the label run by Scott Waters of Ultimatum, and also here on YouTube. You've heard me mention him in videos in the past, but there's a lot of cool things on here that I really wanted to check out. Stuff like the Thomas Thompson Earth Project, Fear Not, Motivic, Gamma Side, Vindicator, Final Decree, and a bunch of others that I was really excited to check out finally. But also, if you got within the first 90 orders, you got a free CD of the band Sovereign Cross, entitled Rock in the Night. And yeah, this is a totally new project to me. Had not heard really anything about this project, but it is a heavy metal band. I'm not sure when it was formed or where exactly. I couldn't really find a whole lot of information on it, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, I know it is formed by guitarist Gary B. Sullivan, and he's got some really good players on here, and a couple of them really stood out to me and really made me want to check this out more. Is Vinny Appice, who of course was Dio's drummer for a long time, and he also played in Black Sabbath. But Phil Soussan was also on here on bass. Of course, he played on one of my favorite Ozzy Osbourne albums, The Ultimate Sin. And not only did he play bass on here, but he also mixed and mastered this album. I've only gotten a chance to listen to it once, and it's not bad for what it is. I need to listen to it a little bit more to really get a good feel for it. But moving on to the stuff that I actually bought during the sale. This band here is just absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend you go check this one out especially. But this is Iron Jaw with Chain of Command. I mean, that artwork alone made me want to listen to this. But yeah, Iron Jaw are a heavy metal band out of Fort Worth, Texas. I'm not sure exactly when they formed, but this is their debut full-length album, originally put out by Metal Rising Records just last year. This is a reissue out on Underground Power Records, limited to 500 copies, and I was really happy to get a copy of this one. And they say they are basically inspired by Sabbath, Judas Priest, Motorhead, and the like. I can really hear the Judas Priest influence on this, especially in the vocals. There's a lot of times he really reminds me of Halford. But yeah, definitely go check out Iron Jaw. Absolutely fantastic album. Next up, we have Biogenesis with Black Widow. And if you're not familiar with them, they're a progressive thrash metal band out of Dayton, Ohio. Been around since 1996. This is the band's first EP. They do have 4 previous full lengths, but this is the only EP, as far as I know, that they have put out. This is put out by Roxx Records in 2019, limited to 300 copies. And again, this is so damn good. Some really powerful and really strong vocals. They even get into more like the harsher style vocals, closer to even, kind of growly type vocals. But yeah, definitely check out Biogenesis. I definitely want to pick up their full lengths at some point. Then we have Recon with Behind Enemy Lines. And if you're not familiar with Recon, they were a power / progressive metal band based out of Los Angeles, California. They were active between 1987, off and on, up until about 2007. This is the lone full-length album that this band put out. Originally, it was released on Intense Records in 1990, but Roxx Records reissued it in 2020 on gold disc, limited to 500 copies. And, of course, love the artwork on the disc itself. And usually these gold disc reissues come with a golden border to let you know what they are. But as you can see, you can actually flip it around and just present the original artwork without the border, which is what I tend to prefer to do. This particular gold disc reissue does not have that option, or if that was the original artwork, I definitely prefer the one with the border. And I actually already have a copy of this. I got an original pressing that I found in the used section of, I think it was actually a half-price books. And yeah, the band in question, let me get my little notes here flipped over, sorry, is Deliverance with Stay of Execution. And if you're not familiar with Deliverance, they are a speed thrash metal band out of Los Angeles, California. Been around since 1985. This is the band's fourth full-length album, originally put out by Intense Records in 1992. This is a retroactive records reissue from 2019 on the in the Metal Icon series, limited to 300 copies. And again, comes on a gold disc there. And then, like I said, I prefer the artwork that's on display, even with the gold border, to that. I mean, this artwork is pretty cool, but oops, dropping everything. Sorry about that. Really professional, ain't I? But yeah, I actually prefer this artwork. This is what I know, and I really dig it a lot more. Next up, we have Crushing the Deceiver with their self-titled. And if you are not familiar with them, they are a death thrash band out of Clovis, California. Been around since 2016. This is the band's debut full-length album, put out by Roxx Records back in 2016. Really solid stuff, in my opinion. Really dig the vocals on here. Definitely worth checking out. Really thrashy death metal. If that's your kind of thing, definitely check them out. And last but not least, this is, when I originally got my package, this was actually missing in the package, so I had to, get a hold of them, and they, were apologetic and sent out this CD right away, which, it was Black Friday. Things are going to get crazy. The holiday times always gets crazy, so, I understood. It happens, but I was really happy to get this to finally arrive, and that is Riveting Truth with their self-titled EP. And yeah, if you are not familiar with them, they are a straight-up heavy metal band out of Toronto, Canada. Been around since 2017. This is the band's debut EP, put out just last year by Roxx Records. And yeah, this is so good. I cannot recommend this one highly enough. Really enjoyed the vocals on here. Loved pretty much everything about this EP. And I definitely look forward to checking out more from them. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.